Oh boy. Hey guys, Thogden here. Welcome back to a brand new video. Now today, I said I'd keep you posted with the Super League and I certainly will do. Late last night, we've had our first high-level person in the Super League come out to the press and speak about the tournament. That is Florentino Perez, the current president of Real Madrid, who is also going to be the president of the European Super League, spoke to the press yesterday late to basically explain to us why he wants to set up this tournament, what his intentions are, and why it needs to be done. And we're going to be speaking about that today and really finding out if it's worth it. Join us in the comments, subscribe for more updates on the Super League. Let's get into this. So the first statement he made was, many important clubs in Spain, Italy, and UK want to find a solution to a very bad financial situation. The only way is to play more competitive games. If instead of playing the Champions League, Super League helps the clubs to recover from the lost earnings. The negative of all this is you're going to tire out players. We already see at this stage of the season with the Champions League, Premier League, FA Cup, Carabao Cup, if a club gets to a few late stages in these tournaments, the players are already shattered. You know, the great thing about Champions League is you'll get to a point, then you get knocked out. You don't have any more games. The Super League, you're in the league and you have to play every single game. So what if you're a team like Arsenal, you're down at the bottom of the league, you're losing all your games, but you're playing your first team players because the Super League's where the money's at? Think about the Premier League. You're not even going to list a good team. He then went on to say, here at Real Madrid, we've lost a lot of money. We're all going through a very bad situation. When there's no profit, the only way is to play more competitive games during the week. The Super League will save the club financially. But guess what? We're about to come out of the lockdown. Fans are starting to come back into games. The reason revenues have dropped is because you can't sell tickets. It's been behind closed doors. And Barcelona and Real Madrid, they've spent a lot of cash over the last few years. And now it's coming back to haunt them. We're about to come out of lockdown. We're about to get the revenues back up. We don't need a Super League. The reason revenues are dropping is because we've been through COVID. It's so dumb. He went on to say this, players banned from international competitions and national teams according to UEFA. Don't worry, this will not happen. They won't be banned if they join the Super League. Okay, Perez. You made a lot of statements. UEFA and FIFA are already slapped in the book saying you can't play international football if you join the Super League. Yet you're trying to come here and tell us that it's all gonna happen and they're gonna work it out. This just seems like the perfect dream. You're not going to fool the public. This is a recipe for a disaster. This geezer's 74 years old and he's chatting out of his arse. I'm sorry, this guy has actually lost it. So Perez said this, even in the Premier League, if the top clubs are economically stronger, all the other clubs will also become stronger. It is a consequence. We want to dialogue with UEFA as we propose into the Super League. We want to save football. He reckons that if the top 6 Premier League clubs go out to the Super League, it will help the other Premier League clubs. Bullshit. Now, I'm sorry, this is not going to happen because all the other Premier League clubs, the smaller clubs, are only going to face second teams from the top 6 with Premier Leagues, which is going to lose revenues because it's going to go for the Super League where all the entertainment and all the talk is. It's going to lose ticket sales because people won't be thinking about the Premier League anymore. And quite frankly, the top 6 Premier League clubs will be too tired to play their good players in the Prem. So we won't even see the likes of De Bruyne every single week, the Bruno Fernandes, Harry Kane, because they'll be rested for the big Super League games. Therefore, the revenues will drop, the TV coverage will be cheaper, and everything will go down in the Premier League. So actually, everyone outside of the top 6 is losing out from you, Florentino. It's all in your head. Right, he then went on to say this, and this absolutely blows my mind. The Super League is not for the rich, but it's to save football. If this continues, football will disappear, and by 2024, we would already be dead. This is the only way to save everyone, big, medium and small clubs. This guy is a mug. He's seen a loss in revenues at Real Madrid over lockdown because the Spanish league is dying. Real Madrid has spent money stupidly and we're in lockdown so there's no ticket sales. He's putting it on the whole football world. The Premier League has never been better. When football fans go back to the Prem, I can assure you that every single stadium will be full and the revenues and ticket sales will be back to as good as they were in the prime before the lockdown. This is just a way to get people together to save Real Madrid and Barcelona, who right now are muddied because they've spent stupidly and they can't get to their usual budgets. And in terms of football will be dead by 2024, on what grounds? On what grounds? Yes, if it follows the same path as what's gone on during Corona, yes, it might fall away. But guess what? We're getting out of it now. We're starting to see improvements. There's a vaccine. We're in a better situation than we've ever been here in England. I don't know about Spain, but, you know, I'm going from the Premier League perspective. Why have the Premier League clubs signed up for this? I understand why Real Madrid and Barca have, But the Prem teams don't need to. We're in the best league in the world in the Prem. And Perez is just putting money in these guys' faces, and they're saying, yes, football would not die. It would only get better when we get out of lockdown. And by 2024, I think we'll be back to normal, actually, more than anything. He doesn't know what he's on about. Perez said, Boris Johnson said he will do everything to cancel the Super League because they explained to him that the Premier League would disappear. It's false, it's not true, everything will go back to normal. Again, Perez, you do know there's a rule that the Premier League have put in saying if they join the Super League, the Premier League, they won't be allowed to play in it. So what? Boris Johnson reads a rule? It's probably flipping right, okay? Perez, I don't know how you're going to magically change all these rules unless you just throw money in everyone's face. But quite frankly, I don't know what you're on about. Check the rule book. It's been changed now. Unless you renegotiate, that's how it stands. And you can understand why Boris Johnson believes that. The new Champions League format for 2024 is something absurd. I have no personal interest in making a Super League. I'm not the owner of Real, but only the president because Real is owned by the members. I only want to save football. Again, repeating it. He's trying to repeat it to brainwash people, saying that he's saving football. He's not saving football, so do not for 1 second believe this 74-year-old geezer. He's trying to save Real Madrid and make everyone pay for it. In terms of the Champions League format in 2024, it's pretty bad. It's actually worse than anything we've seen in football so far. But my God, is it not as bad as the Super League? The Super League is on another level of bad. And the revenues are coming out of the Super League are just ridiculous. You want to send people out to Dubai, New York, lose the hardcore local audience of all these football clubs. The heart is gone of these football teams the moment you start doing that. It's not boxing. AJ goes fight in Dubai, like everyone in England's still watching it. If Man United want to play football, they play at flipping Old Trafford. If Bolton want to play football, we play at the Macron. We're not going to be in the Super League. But you know what I mean? You play in your local area. It's for the fans of the local. Of course there's tourists. We know that. It's a growing sport. But you do not send home games out to New York, then Dubai the next week, and then bloody, I don't know, Hong Kong. It's not how it should be. Now, this is the scariest quote I heard, okay? The contract of the Super League is binding. Nobody can leave. We will work all together. All the clubs signed the contracts last Saturday. There's no problem. Last Saturday. All the clubs have been doing this behind the fans' back. They agreed to this contract, they read through it, and they even accepted it, and now they're stuck in it. And this is why the Super League is becoming such a scandal, because these football clubs can't get out of it. We're screwed. No, we are. It wasn't talked about until they'd signed a contract keeping them in it. So as much as all the clubs are now backtracking, thinking, oh my God, what have we done? They can't leave it. They'll just get sued. They'll get done in court because on paper, it says they have to stay. So we've got a Super League that we're locked into right now that we simply have to accept. Maybe the government can step in. Maybe protests. I don't flipping know, but we have to do something. If young people find football matches too long, it may be because they're not interesting enough, or maybe we might have to make the football matches shorter. At this point, it's not even football anymore. This guy is trying to create a different sport. I mean, taking clubs away from their leagues, taking them away from their stadiums, and now he wants to shorten matches? You're losing the plot. I'm sorry. How are we letting one guy and a few other billionaire owners come together and ruin the beautiful game? 90 minutes is how it always has been. Don't change it. You're trying to update it thinking you're saving it. You're not saving it. People have just been in lockdown. They've been at home. People haven't had jobs. That's probably part of the reason the revenues have gone down. We can't go to stadium outlet stores because we're not allowed to yet. Okay, we're starting to get back to it, but you're thinking then it's just going to go in a downward spiral. We've got a vaccine. Why does this guy have so much say? We need cleverer people at the top of football to control these geezers. Florentino Perez, the president of the European Super League. You, sir, have lost the plot. I mean, I've had my say. Now join me in the comments. Let me know what your thoughts on his statements are. This is the first time someone high up in the Super League has come out publicly and talked to us about why they want to do this tournament. And I think it's fair to say this has to be stopped. I don't know what we're going to do. I'll be there at the protest today. You know, there's meant to be some protest going on. I'm going to do whatever I can to support this. Smash the like button. Stay subscribed to this channel with notifications on, so we will keep you updated with every step that goes on with this Super League until it's bloody cancelled. We're going nowhere. Click subscribe. Smash the like button. We need a team together here. Thank you for watching this video, and we'll see you all very soon with any updates. Take care, guys.